Yes, I continue with my topic. God's ways are not our ways, and I was on Rahab, the harlot. So the Bible tells us that Rahab housed those spies, and she was a bold person because for her to house those spies, that would have been treason. It was a treasonous act. The king wanted them, and she hid them. Had she been found out that she had actually helped them, she would have been killed. But we see that Rahab, she housed the spies. And I also want to read in Joshua chapter 2. It was Joshua chapter 2. From verse 12, she says, "Now therefore I pray you, swear unto me by the Lord, since I have shown you kindness, that ye also show kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token, and that ye will save alive my father and my mother and my brethren and my sisters, and all that they have, and deliver our lives from death." So not only did she save her life, but she also thought about her family. And you know, a prostitute is someone that people despise. A prostitute is someone that people look down upon. And you know, one thing about prostitutes is that they are trendsetters. Because I remember that the fashion that used to be worn by prostitutes back in the day, maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, is what people are wearing today. Because the prostitutes, they push boundaries. Where we say this is where the decency stops, they are going to go a step further than everybody else. So we find that as people get more and more into sin, you find the people, ordinary people, are now imitating the prostitutes. What they used to wear back in the day is what people wear today. So they are like pace setters. If you want to see where we are going, see how a prostitute dresses, and the next thing you see married women dressing like prostitutes after some time. So prostitutes, they push limits. They are bold. And now my problem, I realized my problem was that, you know, we tend to think of sin as in, oh, there's big sin and there's small sin. That was why I had a problem with Rahab. Because Rahab was no different from me. I mean, the fact that I may not be a prostitute, I also commit other sins. I may not be a prostitute, but I commit other sins. So we tend to think that there are bigger sins than others. But before God, we are all the same. We are all filthy, just like a prostitute. So the main reason why I had a problem was because I always thought of Rahab, oh, she was a prostitute. I mean, she was terrible. And that's how we tend to think as Christians, how we tend to look on other people in their lives, their background. So you see, your past does not determine your future as far as God is concerned, because who would have known that out of Jericho only Rahab, a prostitute, would be saved? Nobody. So you should never allow your past to limit what God has for you in the future, because God changed Rahab's history. And the Bible tells us that Rahab, she got married. she got married to Solomon. Solomon, who was the father of Boaz, who was the father of Obed, who was the father of Jesse, who was the father of David. And that's the lineage of Jesus Christ. Rahab the harlot became a married woman. So God can change your destiny. I mean, your destiny should not be limited by what people think of you, because sometimes we look at somebody and their background is not impressive, and we think, where can they go? What can they do? But God can turn around someone's destiny the same way that He turned around things for Rahab. And Rahab was actually a chosen vessel, come to think of it. Despite her background, God had chosen her for His own assignment. And we find that Rahab fulfilled her assignment. God can change your destiny. God bless you. Bye bye.